What's going on, Voltrons? Welcome back inside the vault for a Thursday edition. It's a Ravens lunch hour live stream. It's the 17th of July. I'm Bobby Trossett. She's Sarah Ellison. This one's brought to you by thevaultpod.com, our first ever apparel line company. We're looking forward to making it available to everyone over the next couple of weeks. But on Monday, as you probably know by now, we rolled out our soft launch, which means that channel members, patrons through Patreon, and Discord community members have access to a 10% discount code. So hopefully you guys have been enjoying it. We've been getting lots of emails, Sarah, lots of chatter through Patreon and other outlets of orders that have already been not only made but shipped. And I know yours is en route. Mine just showed me today that it's out for delivery. So we're looking forward to kind of rolling this whole thing out, making tweaks and adjustments as needed over the next couple of weeks with Carly, our designer, and making it available to everybody in a very short time from now. So how are you doing? Great to see you. I'm sure you're well rested, more so than you were after your luau yesterday.
I feel so much better today than I did yesterday because A, I got 8 hours of sleep, and B, you know I love my Thursday mornings where I go to high fitness. And I felt good today. I did not feel good the last couple of times I went because I was so tired, but I was in it today, and I am inside the vault with plenty of excitement and very much looking forward to my package arriving. I think Carly said today, right?
Oh, let's go. I think she did.
Yeah.
Which is exciting. And that means the next high fitness that you're a part of, one of these two is going to be being rocked. If you're audio only, we're looking at the women's fitted tank tops. There's a couple different versions, a bunch of different color options. And I know when that comes in, the first workout that you're scheduled for, you will be rocking this, will you not?
I will. And I feel bad because I do sweat quite a bit when I'm doing these workouts, and it's going to get pretty gross, pretty fast, but I feel like that's what it's made for. I feel like that's what I'm going to bring character to the Vault Razorback workout.
Sarah, there's something about this gray one that kind of pops. It just looks good. Did you get this? What? Remind me which color you got?
I got this one in black, and I got the wheel in white.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. There's the wheel right here. And again, this is thevaultpod.com. There's a direct link in the show notes and as a pinned comment. And you should have received a password if you are a channel member, patron member, and or a part of the Discord community. So
go to that white one so they can see how clean it looks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Boom. That's clean.
It is clean. Yeah. So, and this is just one of the many terms of what we have available. Crew necks and sweatshirts for, maybe fall, winter time. You've got your classic t-shirt options, whether it's the wheel or just the Vault smack dab front and center. If you keep scrolling, you'll find the snapback, which has been a popular seller, according to Carly. We haven't even mentioned the dad hat, but there's some dads in here. Maybe the dad hat is up for, which is just it's like a baseball cap, basically.
Yeah.
So a bunch of different colors there. We've yet to pull that up. You got a couple different beanie options, or 4 different beanie options, excuse me. More hats, koozies, mugs, stickers, card magnets. It's all available right now at thevaultpod.com. And Sarah, as he's been doing the last couple days, Douglas H. Brown Sr. is not messing around. I think he wants as many people to have access to thevaultpod.com because pre-show for the second consecutive day, he gifts 10 new Voltrons have become channel members thanks to his generosity. He also says, got the first piece of my Ravens Vault merch this morning. I am stoked. And he says, okay, fellow Voltrons, we got to help build it and give more people access to the merch. Douglas, thank you for you doing your part. We appreciate it. And thanks to 10 more folks, thanks to his generosity, have become channel members. So we're off and running.
Fire 2 days in a row, baby.
You already know it. We'll get to the rest of Super Chats and anything else that comes in just a bit, but we've got a lot to get to, including Lamar Jackson popping off at the 2025 ESPYs in California last night, Sarah. He flew over. He looked the part. He presented an award. He was seen awkwardly laughing at one point from one of Shane Gillis's jokes.
There were a lot of awkward people not knowing how to respond to a lot of his jokes last night.
He was a guy that was on an island last night, okay? You always are when you're in front of a crowd, in front of a microphone, but we'll tell you why coming up in just a bit. After that, Malachi Starks sat down with the guys on the lounge, the official Ravens team podcast. He got real about Kyle Hamilton. We've got other snippets as well. And perhaps some good news on the horizon for one Ravens rookie. That and a whole lot more, including quick hits. Take it away, partner. You were the architect of this ESPY segment, so let's get to it.
Let's go. Before we see Lamar at the ESPYs, don't you feel it like it would be appropriate to get some behind-the-scenes ESPYs fit as he's getting ready? Because, Bobby, that's what Lamar Jackson Entertainment put out earlier before the Look at that. Look at that. He's got Era 8 nice pants. He's got all sorts of chains. He's got that African dog logo on his beautiful navy blue suit. And look at these. Look at those shoes. We're going to have to rewind this and look at all this again. And my goodness, thank you, LJ Entertainment, for doing that. Look at that watch. Look at that chain. Is this just diamonds everywhere?
He's looking clean. And the best part about this is Lamar stuck to his guns all these years. He's probably turned down numerous endorsements because he's wanted to go all in on his own production company and his own apparel line. And what you're seeing right here is the fruits of those decisions.
Yeah, seriously. Are those footballs?
Sure looks like
diamonds in the middle of it. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 diamond chains, some gold, others looking, I don't know, is that platinum or silver or whatever that is? He's got, look at those pants. They're all Era 8 tagged. Oh my gosh. And we love that African dog logo. He's got it everywhere. What are these shoes? These slip-on gray suede shoes? Is that what that is?
Those are clean, man.
Those are clean.
Yep.
Lamar getting ready. Look at that watch. What kind of watch is that?
It's an expensive
one. What? Look at the blue and like the attention to detail on this for the blue just in the middle of all the gold and diamonds. Okay, Lamar looked good last night. Okay.
If there's something that professional athletes tend to splurge on, I feel like it's watches.
Yeah, it's watches, it's chains, it's all that kind of stuff. So then here's why he was there. He was actually nominated for, where are these slides at? Okay, so look, there he is on the red carpet. He's got his Ray-Bans on. Once a sponsor of ours. Did you know I lost my Ray-Bans?
Oakley.
Oh my gosh, how did I do that? Oakley. Do you know I lost my Oakleys?
Oh man.
I'm so sad about that, but this moment is not about me. It's about Lamar. Okay, so he's got on Ray-Bans, but we were sponsored by Oakleys. My bad. Anyway, he was nominated for Best NFL Player. He did not win that, and they didn't even really make a big deal of it because they announced it on NFL Live the day before. So he was nominated along with Josh Allen, Pat Surtain II, and Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley won that award. Now, he came back, though, to present Best Play because, as we remember, after the 2023 season, Lamar won the Best Play award from that Chiefs game in the playoffs where he threw a pass to himself. Remember, he threw it, it got knocked up. Lamar caught it and ran like 9 yards for a first down. And a guy had like a shoestring tackle. He could have gone all the way. Then it for sure would have even gone any further. So anyway, I will show you Lamar and his little skit as they went out to present this award for Best NFL, or I think it's just Best Play.
Well, me and Lamar are here to present the award for the best play of the year.
Whether it's shooting the game winner or just doing a sick move, you can always bet on this category to deliver the best of the best.
Facts. But who won last year?
I did.
You made me ask that, but I would have probably said make him do the same thing. So.
And the ESPY goes to Saquon Barkley.
So Saquon was not there to get it. I don't know what Saquon was up to, but he wasn't there to get it. But for those wondering, he is up there presenting that award with Lindsey Vonn, who's like a World Cup or Olympic skier. She looks like
goat.
She's pretty good. She's pretty good. We got two goats right next to each other here, Bobby. So yeah, Lamar's not the type, like when you can tell he was like a little bit uncomfortable with the skit because Lamar never brags, but the skit was like, who won it last year? And he's like, I did, just kind of like,
I don't think he and Lindsey Vonn talked all that much backstage.
No. I wasn't feeling the professional chemistry, the acting chemistry on there, but not all athletes can convert, you know what I mean? From, on the court or on the field or on the ski slopes and then being great actors. So
he needed to step up to the mic. If we're being for real about our guy, we gotta dissect him a little bit. Step up to the mic. Come on now.
Yeah.
We want to hear you, Lamar.
Playing cool. Here's the thing though. You remember when he's gotten awards and like the mic is down, like it's always at like their chest and it's supposed to pick you up. Lamar's always, bent over for that. So maybe he's learned you don't need to, but also you don't need to be like 100 feet away either.
Oh man.
So that was that. So then, okay, I don't know how many people got to see all of Shane Gillis's monologue. Okay. But nobody was safe. Nobody was safe with Shane. And that's the way it should be, right? You can't pick on a few people. And so he had you watched the whole thing, right, Bobby?
Yeah, and I was going to say, to add on to that, I feel like when you say nobody's safe, you're talking, hey, both sides of the aisle politically, both genders,
Yes.
different sports, right? Like he was all over the board.
Right.
And for the thin-skinned, for those that don't understand a roast, for those that don't have that sense of humor, it didn't land for everybody.
Right.
and that included some people in his live audience.
Right. And so that kind of brings us to Lamar, who is always trying to build up other football players, right? So Shane had this roast for Shedeur Sanders, and the cameras were on Lamar as he delivered his punchline. So here we go.
Sanders had his jersey number retired at Colorado this year, and people are saying it's because of nepotism, because of his father, and it's not. It's because he went 13-12 over his career, and he almost won the Alamo Bowl. Definitely not nepotism, right?
Look at Lamar.
You got to rewind that. You got to go pause that with him.
Oh, Lamar doesn't know what to do because he doesn't want to laugh at his boy. You know what I mean? But it is a roast. Like, it's reminding me. And for like to your point where you say roasts aren't for everybody, I couldn't watch the whole Netflix Tom Brady roast. Like, it was too much for me. But like, let's pause it here once we get there. Like, as he's delivering the line, like, definitely not nepotism, right? Like, Lamar's got his head down. He's trying not to laugh. He's just got, like, a smile. I think he shakes his head a little bit, right?
Sarah, they did him dirty, man. They did him dirty on that camera pan. They did Lamar dirty.
They did him all dirty. But Shane did everybody dirty to your point earlier. But, yeah, I grabbed the screenshot of Lamar here. His head down. And Bobby, not to make this about me, but I guess I will right now. He said he almost won the Alamo Bowl. I just have to put this out there because as a alma mater of BYU, who was the opponent to the Colorado Buffaloes, he didn't almost win anything. It was 36-14 beat down by my BYU Cougars. So can we give it up? You
know what's funny, Sarah? I thought you were going in a different direction here because one, I didn't know they won this bowl. Two, I thought you were going to defend the Alamo Bowl. So I'm glad you went in a different direction. With all due respect to the Alamo Bowl, okay, I think a lot of folks in college football that are, pedestrian-like fans don't even know the bowl exists.
Right?
So I'm not sure I knew it existed. To be honest,
started out so well and then just stumbled at the end. So we have to live in some sort of glory. And I guess it's the Alamo Bowl. It's no Rose Bowl. It's no Orange Bowl. It's the Alamo Bowl.
Look,
but
Sarah, if you quiz me on it, I don't even know if I knew it was in existence. So maybe I'm a casual college football fan as well.
Well, I wouldn't know if my team wasn't there, to be quite frank. So, but I do want to be serious and give some love to Shedeur Sanders because I do like him. And I was hoping that the Ravens were going to draft him once he kept falling. Like, I didn't go into the draft saying, oh, the Ravens should go get him. But by the time he made it to the third day, I was like, woke up the third day being like, shoot, Shedeur Sanders would be an awesome backup. I'm sure Shedeur would prefer not to be in Baltimore because he wants a chance to compete and he wants a chance to start. And he's not going to get that behind Lamar Jackson. But selfishly, I was like, I would love to have Shedeur. And I don't think we covered this, Bobby, because we were dark during this period, but Terrell Suggs was actually on the Nightcap, but Shannon Sharp and Chad Ochocinco wasn't there. I think they went dark at the same time we did. And they were talking about Shedeur Sanders, and Terrell Suggs is obviously a big, big fan. And this was him talking about he just hopes that Shedeur can be like Lamar and get the last laugh after everybody's just like been, Shane's more of just being funny, but they've just been critical of him. And Suggs was here for his comeback story in the NFL.
Got an opportunity to prove all these people did bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about the response for sure.
Yeah.
How you respond.
Like Lamar did. Like you can tell, like Lamar was real disappointed to go. I think he went 30. I think we jumped up and got 32nd. He went 32nd. Like, I think he was disappointed, but he responded. You know what I'm saying? He responded. And he's 2-time MVP. He's supposed to be 3, but I think he responded. And I hope, we really do hope Shedeur, I really do hope that level of success. Not at Cleveland, though, because they're in the same situation as Baltimore. I want them to light this motherfucker up. I just don't want them to light us up. You know what I'm saying? I'm still emotionally attached to that team. You know what I'm saying? So, but if he light it up at Cleveland, as long as he don't light up the Ravens, I'm cool.
Pretty well said by Suggs. I feel like, why not root for the guy that's been knocked down by the media and fell to the 5th round, and he's like, light it up, except for against my Ravens because I'm still emotionally tied to them.
Yeah, you say knocked down by the media, and my mind goes, some of that, in my opinion, was a little self-inflicted by Shedeur. But what a comeback story it would be, even more so than Lamar's, to be quite honest, being that he fell to day 3, as you mentioned earlier on.
Right.
So yeah, I love a good comeback story. I have my doubts about where he falls within the rotation as of right now for week 1. It sure looks like it's going to be Flacco. He hasn't gotten a lot of first string opportunities to date. Maybe that changes in training camp. Should he start to turn a corner and they give him a chance? But I just saw Torres say something a minute ago, and I agree with him. He's just grinding and staying out of the way. So how can you criticize the guy right now? He's been super philanthropic. I've seen he's been in the community in Cleveland. So yeah, you can't knock the guy.
So back to the ESPYs, right? Little detour there just to give Shedeur a little bit of love. It's not always fun to be roasted, but there was a lot of other behind the scenes kind of run-ins or meetups that Lamar had with different stars. And one of them was Drewski. He kind of reunited with him. Remember, Lamar did a YouTube show with him where he was like the I don't even know what to call it, like producer of sending people to Drewski who were trying out for like a fake show, like a fake talent show. And so Lamar and Drewski have their background and what they've done together, and they saw each other. And Drewski had a little bit too. He was actually with Shane Gillis. They did a tush push kind of. Did you watch that?
No.
You should definitely look that one up. It's kind of funny. It's like a pre-recorded like mini, I don't know, it's not a movie, but a mini pre-recorded produced clip. Yeah. Kind of like an SNL type thing. Right. You should look it up. It's pretty funny. But so Drewski was a part of everything. He presented awards, but he saw Lamar backstage.
Well, with Turbin tonight, didn't it? Good. What up, man? Chilling, man. Like this way, I want to make sure I get. See, I went down for the night. I ain't got no belt on, but hey, I got something. I got something. All right, you good.
Drewski's a funny guy, man. He's a bubbly dude.
He's funny. In the live chat, thank you. It was a skit that they did for the tush push. That's what the word I was looking for. And I just had to show this because Drewski presented an award, and I'm sure this was like premeditated and planned, but I thought this was pretty funny. He forgot to bring the envelope up with him.
I am a little bit of a dumbass. I did not bring the envelope out here. But I left it in my seat. Could you please? I'm sorry. Listen, everybody act like this didn't happen. Sorry. Yeah. ESPYs. First time. Yeah. And the ESPY goes to Philadelphia Eagles.
And then he stayed up there, Bobby, and he like had this ESPY that looked like it's like a smaller Lombardi trophy, and he just kept holding it, and he just stayed up there like he was part of the Philadelphia Eagles winning the award. So he was funny last night too.
Some of these people clam up, man. They got huge platforms. They're always in front of cameras, and yet you get in front of a live audience. It's a little different when the bullets are flying at you, right? They get all nervous. They get all clammy. That was hysterical there at the end as he's opening up the envelope. Yeah, ESPYs, he doesn't know how to fill it. He's like trying to find fillers so there's no silence.
Okay, another guy Lamar ran into backstage was John Jones. And I don't know if you're following UFC too much, but most everybody's heard the White House is going to have a UFC fight there. And John Jones is coming out of retirement for it. So he did like a whole interview talking about, coming back and training. And he's like, it hurts. I'm sore. He's like, but I'm trained to deal with suffering and I'm here for it. And like, that is suffering. That whole sport has got to be suffering. I can hardly watch UFC. Boxing's almost my limit. Anyway, here they are seeing each other at the ESPYs.
What's up, family? How you doing, man? Hey, brother. The suits are clean.
Appreciate you.
The suits are clean. I see you got a great grand ambassador over there. Man, love, cuz. Love, bro. The cheetah yourself. Yeah. Get yourself.
I want to have a feature.
The whole game. Easy kicking. The whole game, man. That make you deadly out there in the field.
Man, John is a lot taller than you think. I mean, he's towering over Lamar. Look at that.
Yeah. And what is Lamar, like 6'1"?
6'2", I think.
6'2". And I don't think that he was still there, but John Jones's little brother used to play for the Ravens. I remember him because I was working there. Arthur Jones, he was a defensive lineman.
Oh, yeah.
Those two guys are built very differently. But Arthur was a cool dude. I don't think Arthur was still around in 2018 with the Ravens, but I'd have to look it up. And then the final one, Lamar seeing, and this guy I'm going to have to be educated on a little bit more. Everybody else I've known up until now, this is Funny Marco.
Yes, I was with some kids, and you made me look bad. I'm with the kids. I said I know him. Last night we was with the kids when I was playing with. Yes, I'm with the kids. They're like, yeah, you don't know Lamar, and I'm like, call him. High school kids, they playing.
No, what number you got?
It's a new number. Oh my God, dude! Because I was doing the workout with Leggett and them.
So
everybody loves the guy. He's universally loved.
Yeah. Arthur Jones, the chat was saying, and I remember at the ring ceremony party that I got to go to. That's where I got my Super Bowl ring. Arthur Jones was there, so he definitely was with the Ravens for the Super Bowl. But let's see when he left the Ravens. Yeah, he was on way before Lamar came around. He was 2010 to 2013. Then he went to the Colts for a couple years, and then his last year was 2017 with the Redskins. So his last year. Then the next year, Lamar was drafted. And Chandler Jones is their brother, too. The three of them are just, like, ridiculous athletes. Ridiculous.
And Brian's saying they're from upstate New York originally, the Jones boys, which is news to me. I'm not a big UFC guy. Don't know why. Just haven't really gotten into it. But you're not kidding. It takes some stones and then some. Boxing, UFC, rugby. I mean, these are violent sports, not to mention football. But
yeah,
I mean,
football it doesn't hit as home though because you have on the helmet, you have on those pads. Boxing is even tough. I just watched the Netflix boxing match. How can I be forgetting their names? the two women that went at it for the third time. I was first introduced to them when they fought right before Tyson and Paul. Now I'm forgetting his full name.
Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, but I don't know the women that you're.
But the women fought right before him, and Bobby, that fight was crazy.
Yeah.
Both women, their whole face blood, like it looked like a Rocky movie that's not real.
Yeah.
And they beat each other up so badly that this third one, they were much more both restrained, like much more both restrained. Taylor versus Serrano. Thank you very much, chat. And Taylor won for the third consecutive time, but all the fights were super close. Like it was like a majority decision. The points were like right next to each other. And they both at the end, they were like, are we going to go for a fourth? And they're both like, no, we're done. Like, because you end up in the, like, I don't know if you're in the hospital, but your face is recovering for months and months and months. Like all the cuts on your face and all that. I don't know how men or women just continue to take punches straight to the face. And so boxing's as much as I can go. UFC, it's so hard when like somebody like pins a guy and has their legs over them and just as they're on the ground, just pummeling their face. I can't watch it. It's tough for me.
It's a bloodbath. I've seen the social media clips of these, for example, these two women that we're referencing. They literally look like they got out of a severe car accident or being mauled by a bear.
Yeah,
is more like it. So all power to them. I haven't quite been able to maybe stomach it or find an interest in it. Quick minute on Shane Gillis. Did you hear the Bill Belichick joke?
Oh, yes, because he was talking about.
Look, it's not for everybody.
Fun for a minute, but then the end of it was like, oh.
That was a lot. Look, we recognize, and we've seen the live chat so far, I'm sure, Sarah, as our eyes pan over when each other's talking. It's not for everybody.
Yeah.
We get it. I found his monologue to be masterful in the sense that it's who he's speaking to in front of a live audience. That he has, speaking of stones, that he's got the stones to get up there and try his best. And a lot of them did not land for that live audience, but he's being celebrated mostly on social media because there's a roast nature. There's a humor element to it. And when you think about the choreography element to it, it's actually masterful from a comedian standpoint. I found from that perspective, not every joke landed for me either.
Right.
Some took it to new levels. There was some race involved. It was flirting with fire.
Yeah.
But the Bill Belichick joke for me before it went down a path that was south with other people's wives, I thought was hilarious. The Bill Belichick part of it. And there were many others that I was cracking up at. And if you listen to the way some of those jokes landed or did not land, it almost made it even more funny.
Yeah, because everybody's still like,
he's not talking to his clientele. That's difficult to do.
Right.
And he did it.
For sure.
Goodness.
But that's it. That's the Lamar Jackson ESPYs experience. Lots of cool behind the scenes stuff. Hopefully next year it will be the Baltimore Ravens who are like, the best team, the best NFL team, and they're racking up the awards. That's certainly what we're looking for. But it was fun to see Lamar there again.
Well, I tell you what, too, Sarah, I'm the last person to speak. We're going to go to Super Chats here in just a second. I'm the last person to talk to when it comes to the comedian industry. I really have no clue, to the point where Jake brought me to Vegas a couple of years ago, and I remember telling you this. He's like, you want to go to a comedy show? I'm like, you know how many other things I'd rather do in Vegas than go to a comedy show? Little did I know he was bringing me to Bert Kreischer and Tom Segura, two like dynamic dudes in the industry. And who'd they bring out as a guest? Shane Gillis. I didn't know any of them. And now 2 years later, I just look silly because they're all stars, and Shane has had a meteoric rise since then. So anyway, that's that. Back to Vegas we go, I'm sure, at some point. I'll be there next month. All right, let's pick things back up. Super Chats, we'll tell you about thevaultpod.com here in just a second. But Sarah, Eric Hill gets us back started, and it looks like we have a birthday on tap as well.
He says, hello, Voltrons. Today is a good day. Ice Cube voice. Oh, I need to look up him saying that. Happy birthday to my mom. Yes, happy birthday to Eric Hill's mom. Out here trucking, so this should vault get me through this vault should get me through a part of my day. I saw also Lisa earlier. Lisa Frankel said her birthday's tomorrow, I think. So happy birthday to anybody and everybody.
Yeah, okay. So that's tomorrow. Eric's mother's today. And then I saw in the Discord group that Jabo, who's often here he is. Here he is. Happy birthday to Eric's mom. We share a birthday. So
and my
birthday.
oldest son's birthday is Saturday. He's turning 16.
Guardy's coming up on Saturday.
Watch out on the roads.
Man, everybody. I'm 10 days out. Everybody's got these July birthdays. Thanks, Eric. He also gifted a membership as well. So that means one more subscriber has now become a channel member. And that means direct access to thevaultpod.com. Take part in our soft launch, our first ever merch line. A lot of new members here. Jason Zarotniak, who's also a patron. Jason, welcome. Ivory Smith II has become a channel member. And Dietrich, that's how it's spelled. That's how it's pronounced, right? Dietrich? Or what do you think, Sarah? Dietrich? Dietrich?
Dietrich seems right to me. The last 2 times you asked me, I derailed you, so I'm just going to agree.
Well, hopefully DV. We'll go with DV if I'm botching it, but hopefully I'm not. Dietrich Vincent has become a channel member. Welcome. And Jared Thomas, Sarah, for a super chat, and this one's addressed to you.
He says, Sarah, why does Nick Wright feel like the media doesn't hold Lamar Jackson accountable? ? Did he say that recently? This is probably something he said before. Yeah. I don't know. There's I don't, that makes no sense to me because all anybody ever talks about, no matter what Lamar does well, they bash him for playoffs and, put him number 5 by some as in quarterback rankings. So sure seems like a lot of people do to me.
Went as low as 6 too in that ranking. Chuck Lund has gifted a channel membership. Good to see you, Chuck. Appreciate you for the generosity. God King Jafira says, Google who is the most accurate quarterback in college football history. Shall we both do this?
Sure. The most accurate.
Let's see who we got.
Shedeur Sanders is statistically the most accurate quarterback in college football history, holding the all-time record for career completion percentage. He achieved this with a 71.8% completion rate, surpassing the previous record held by Colt Brennan.
Did not know that. Did not know that. Now that includes his time at Jackson State before transferring, I would assume.
Because it's career completion percentage is what that was. So yes.
Okay. 2 years at Jackson State, 1 year at Colorado. Diana Petro has become a new channel member. Appreciate you, Diana. Welcome to official Voltron status. Draydog679 says, I took Taekwondo and Judo. Is Judo short for something? Judo? And why am I blanking on what this stands for? Here it is. Judo is a modern Japanese martial art and combat sport focused on throwing, grappling, and submission techniques. I guess it's not short for something.
It's its own thing.
Stray Dog says it's no joke. Both are no joke, and we believe him for sure. And as promised, off his debut in front of the camera for us yesterday as a featured guest, Park Heights Prophet continues his orange super chats. That's $20 a pop. He was awesome yesterday. We heard from so many of you. It was really cool. And PHP checking in today, Sarah.
He says, I'm away, but nothing changes, which we knew that was, he even emailed us ahead of time saying, I can't make the show, or he can't listen to the whole show today due to work, but he's still going to put in his $20 super chat. This man is true to his word. Even though it's not needed, it's very much appreciated. So anyway, away, but nothing changes. Thank you again, Bobby and Sarah, for the opportunity. Yesterday was a blast. Just like waiting for my turn on the vault, nothing is ever over. This year is our year. Cincinnati and Buffalo stink. Hashtag 20-0. Hashtag this one's for you.
For me to read?
Yes.
It's actually your super chat.
Hashtag You say it.
Finish his super chat, partner.
Listen, everybody can read it.
You are unbelievable.
Just say it.
10 toes down, baby. PHP, my father texted me yesterday at 1:43. You had just finished up. PHP rocks the vault with 3 exclamation points.
It's awesome.
So from Francis Trossett to you, looks like you've been accepted. Ivory Smith.
It's your phrase now, Bobby. I won't say it. It's your phrase.
Now, apparently, you're going 20 toes down on that idea of not actually speaking out the phrase. One of my favorite phrases. Ivory Smith II is celebrating 2 months of channel membership.
I'm getting booed in the chat.
As you should be. As you should be. Ivory Smith II. You're going to be, I tell you what, you would be in for a rude awakening if I were to, the next time, say we get a 50-spot donation of memberships instead of Ma the Meatloaf at a very different octave. What if it becomes we're going 10 toes down or just straight up 10 toes down?
No, everything has to be organic, and that wouldn't be organic. Throw that idea out.
It's going to get ugly in here. Should I do that off the cuff one of these days? Ivory Smith II celebrating 2 months of channel membership. And he says to Eric, my mother's birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday to yours and other birthdays. Ivory, happy birthday belated to your dear mother. Dreams, a.k.a. Queon Sarah's checking in with a $5 super chat.
He says, I still can't get over Burrow being ranked ahead of Lamar in the ranks. I guess, quote, what have you done for me lately? Close quote. Only sticks to certain players. Yeah, what's up with that, Dreams?
And Jason Zarotniak celebrating 2 months of channel membership. He writes, I was gifted 1 month by PHP and 1 month by Chris. This time, okay, this is good. So this gives us some context here in terms of why he just became a channel member earlier on, but now he's celebrating 2 months. So he was gifted by PHP initially and then Chris. This time around, I renewed. Bobby and Sarah, I am happy to contribute in any way I can. Love you too. We love you, and thank you for letting us know kind of how that all works. And you've been with us through Patreon for, gosh, over a year, 2 years. So thanks, Jason. Appreciate you, man. 7G Phil, Sarah, also celebrating 2 months.
Happy to be back for another one. Thank you, Bobby and Sarah, for all that you do. Loved yesterday's show with PHP. Can't wait for him to come back. Now he's doing the hashtag. It's starting to spread. Hashtag 20-0.
Oh, boy. Travis Bullock, 1 month down, a channel membership. That's what he's celebrating. He says, my son's birthday is on July 4th. So was on July 4th. Happy birthday to all July babies.
Did I ever tell you July's my favorite month? Do you have a favorite month?
How can your favorite month not be a birthday month if you're me, right? So I think July growing up was.
Okay.
I think it's probably evolved into October since I moved to Maryland. And I shouldn't say that. It really strengthened, I think, when I moved to Maryland because, and of course, I'm in upstate New York right now, and we'll see where I end up. But there's something about a Maryland October. It is gorgeous. I love it. It's a mixture of summer and fall. And leaves start to change towards the latter half of the month. You can still wear shorts for the majority of the month. To me, it's winery season. It's hike season. It's football season. I love me a good fall Saturday in Maryland.
Yeah, that's true. That's good too.
That's just my random thought when you asked. But so yours is July though.
Definitely July.
Okay.
Hands down. 4th of July, I think, is my favorite holiday, although Christmas is right behind. Especially Christmas is so much better when you have little kids. It's awesome.
Okay.
But yeah, and then like it's like basically your Christmas in NFL terms because you have more time off. And I've got 2 sons that have birthdays, and it's hot. I love hot weather. You're at the pool, you go to the beach, all of that. July is the best.
July's a darn good month.
Yeah.
It's a darn good month, especially when you're in the Northeast, because typically at night, well, I should say this. How about the Adirondacks and lake life in the upper Northeast? I'm talking about my childhood in Cooperstown. It's sweltering during the day. You're popping on a sweatshirt at night. You're out at the fire. You're out on the dock. I mean, it's just a special time of year, and that's what I got coming up this weekend. I'm very excited. It's going to be dipping into the low 60s, but high 70s at night, high 70s during the day. So that's what's coming up. Let's make sure we're fully caught up here too before we transition. Oceans writes, I'm going to be curious. This is actually yours.
Ocean says, I'm going to be curious to see how salty Lamar haters will be if Lamar gets the top QB spot for the top 100 list. Football can't come fast enough, though. When is that? Does that come during training camp?
It's slowly happening right now.
Oh, it is slowly. That's right. That's right.
We're in the 70s.
I have seen that. They just like really draw it out, Bobby. I mean, they draw it out over weeks and weeks and weeks. It could very well prove our theory true that players think more highly of Lamar, the people, and even defensive coordinators and such who have to actually face him versus the people that are analyzing him on paper and from their desks.
Gosh, and you call it a theory. I mean, in some ways it's factual based on what the players have said over the years. Tell you quickly about thevaultpod.com before we shift gears and tell you what's up next in our content cycle. On Monday, we rolled out our soft launch on thevaultpod.com, something that's been in the works for months now, and it's our official apparel line. It's merch for you. You guys have been calling for it, and we've answered. Crew necks, sweatshirts, t-shirts, tank tops, both unisex and women's options for you, beanies, snapbacks, dad hats, mugs, koozies, stickers, card magnets, so on and so forth is what the store consists of as of right now. It is only available at the moment to channel members, patrons, and or Discord community members. This soft launch is designed for experimental purposes, tweaks, adjustments, and feedback. We've been taking all of that and more from you at BaltimoreRavensVault@gmail.com. Special thanks to Carly, our designer, for working with us and being meticulous about this process. And shout out to all of you who have been consistently purchasing items, having it shipped, supporting the vault, and promoting us. Really, that's what it is. When you purchase an item of ours, you're promoting us, and it goes a long way. So we thank you very much. Anything for you to add, partner, before we jump?
I went and looked at my email while you were talking there so I could know. My Vault apparel is out for delivery. So it could be any moment. Any moment.
Oh, boy.
But I will be wearing something Vault related tomorrow.
Be kind of dope if you get it towards the end of the show. Do a quick little change. Come on. You know?
I was like, here comes the truck. It's the garbage truck, which is also needed. Thank you very much.
Oh, man. All right. Well, yeah, we'll be looking for that. I'll be looking for mine. And everybody hopefully out there, keep us updated with your shipping, tracking info, and whatnot, because we'll be excited for that very much. Let's transition and talk about the latest from Adam Schefter. And it has everything to do, Sarah, with one of the dominoes that's yet to fall in Baltimore, but has elsewhere. And could this create a chain reaction? As Shefty tweeted, 49ers second round pick Alfred Collins, he was the number 43 overall selection in April's draft, reached agreement yesterday, that's the 16th of July, on a 4-year, $10.3 million deal. It includes over $9 million guaranteed, and that is now expected to trigger multiple second-round signings, according to Schefter's sources. Until now, 30 of the 32 second-rounders, including Mike Green, Sarah, remained without a deal. Collins will have 88% of his deal guaranteed, a huge jump over last year's number 43 overall pick. Brian McFarland, Ravens salary cap analyst, tweeted something out right before we went live, and he said, as reads, Turner, who we're talking about here, Shamar Turner and the Bears is another second rounder. He's a defensive tackle. He and Chicago have agreed to terms on his 4-year rookie contract. So Brian's like, hey, Mike was 59, Turner was 62, Collins, as you see here on the screen, was 43. So perhaps things should start to happen quickly now. And for those, Sarah, who have been a bit concerned about this domino that yet's fallen in Baltimore, maybe you have a sigh of relief today.
Yeah, I mean, because of course you want to just see Mike Green signed, especially before they put on the pads and all of that. Mike Green, obviously number 59. 88% of the deal being guaranteed. It's pretty good for a four-year deal there. So it'll be good news. It'll be good news that Mike Green signs, just so you can have that peace of mind. The nice thing, though, is that he hasn't been skipping things to put, he hasn't been putting his foot down and saying, I'm not coming until, I've got Eric DaCosta's ink on this page. Now, it would have stunk if or still could, because he hasn't signed yet. It would stink if he got injured before he signs that. Something tells me that the Ravens would do right by him anyway. They've done that in the past. For guys like, I feel like they helped Rashad Bateman out when he missed a deadline to make, a couple extra million, all that kind of stuff. So, so it's good news. He hasn't been injured. It's good news. He's been in the building, because the Ravens are hoping that he can be a major contributor. Sky's the limit with the talent he has, the motor that he has. So let's get going. And here Adam Schefter is saying it expects to trigger multiple second-round signings. Let's go. Let's get this done for the 59th pick in Mike Green.
Yeah. So in other news is good news. It's potential good news that's coming down the pike here in the near future. And that just came down Schefter's timeline last night. Speaking of rookies, Malachi Starks continues to impress here in the early going, where everybody's kind of impressing this time of year. There's a lot of excitement about most rookies this time of year, but Malachi has, I think, Sarah, maybe flashed the most when he's in front of the microphone, kind of showing off his IQ, showing off the way that he sees the game, showing off that maturity that seemingly is well beyond his years. And I know you grabbed a snippet from his recent sit down on the Lounge podcast.
Yeah, there were a couple of cool parts to it. Again, if you want to go listen to the whole thing, it's over on the Lounge. But obviously what we're all highly anticipating is this duo of Kyle Hamilton, who is already a 2-time All-Pro, still on his rookie contract, and now adding this next first-round pick. And both are known for being Swiss Army knives, right? And so this was kind of funny to me. Ryan Mink asking how they're going to complement each other, given that they're both Swiss Army knives.
You two kind of complimenting each other and playing off of each other.
Yeah, I think whatever he wants to do, I'll do the opposite. I'll just wherever I need to be. I think that's what it is. He's been in the system for a while. Like he really knows the defense. He's very smart. And he can literally do whatever. Like you watch him on tape and he's everywhere. And I think I have that ability, and me being able to learn as much as I can will help me get to that point. So really just, I think, if he wants to be in the box, having me deep in the field will allow him to be that more. If it wants to be vice versa, he wants to be in the middle, I can go down and rotate. So it free both of us up as well. So really, whatever he says he wants to do, I'll do the opposite. Whatever they tell me to do, I'll do it. So.
Bobby, I was so impressed with him throughout the entire interview. Like, that was kind of a funny way where, he clearly didn't know exactly how he wanted to answer that at first. Like, how are you going to compliment him? And he's like, I'll just do the opposite of what the All-Pro is doing. So if you want to be there, I'll go here. If you want to go there, whatever it takes. And I love, the respect that he's given to Kyle Hamilton. And he talked quite a bit about how they've been communicating, how they've been working with each other, how Kyle comes to him. And also Malachi is just is picking his brain so he knows how he thinks. And that way there can be some unspoken communication when they're out on the field together. And perhaps what was also most impressive during another part of his interview was them asking about his film study, because one of his calling cards is basically being a coach on the field, which is unheard of for rookies. And so the guys were asking him, how do you get to that point? What are you doing to make sure that you're going to be up to speed really week one? Because that's what the Ravens are expecting to do, is start from week one. And so his answer was basically, I'll do whatever it takes. He'll be like, if they give us an install one day and I don't understand it, he's like, after I've been working all day, right, at the Ravens facility, digesting all this stuff, I'll go home. I'll eat, he'll have probably eaten dinner at the facility. He's like, I might take, a little break just to rest my mind. And then he goes back through his notes, rewrites his notes, watches film again, watches the install again, and then stands up and he says it out loud to himself. And it's not just for his spot, but obviously everybody, because as the safety, you kind of want to know where everybody's supposed to be. So he said, if it takes 4 hours to get an install down, I will do 4 hours. He's like, if I already understand an install, I'll still make sure I go back and I review it again. And he's like, but that maybe only take an hour to an hour and a half. But the man is completely dedicated to being ready week one and being able to potentially play loose so that he's not thinking too much.
That makes me think that you shouldn't foresee any alignment issues or errors with him. It's going to be more about getting a feel for the speed, because it seems as if he knows everything else verbatim when it comes to the scheme that he's going to be presented with.
Yeah, and then the guys also asked him, because there was that report about him putting together like a rookie walkthrough, like a mini walkthrough that he just set up on his own. And he gave more details of how that really went down. He felt like, of course, he's given props to everybody, saying it was a group effort.
The report that you were conducting walkthroughs with your rookie teammates during rookie minicamp at the team hotel, which I'd honestly never heard that happening before.
I think it was like the second day. I was downstairs and I just brought my iPad because I didn't want to be in my room. I was tired, so if I did in my room, I knew I was going to lay down. So I went to the lobby and I sat down, and then one of the other guys came down. So then I texted another guy. I was like, hey, we're down here. You want to come down here? I was like, there's a ballroom back there. And I was like, I wonder if they're using it. So like one of the guys, he was like, hey, are y'all using the ballroom? They're like, no, what do you need the ballroom for? And he was like, oh, we were just asking. So like the next day we come back, and there's more of us. There's like 7 or whatever. So we walk up, we're like, hey, do you mind if we use the ballroom? Like, we'll put the chairs back wherever they were at, tables. Like, we'll set it all back to where it was, but can we just use it for like 30 minutes? So we all go in there and we're just like, we're helping each other, like we're learning together, like we're moving chairs around and tables and making calls and stuff. And I think it was a collective effort. And I think it just speaks to a lot of the guys that like their mentality to just, coming in this year and, where we want to be at.
So just the details behind that and how it all went down, grabbing a ballroom, putting out chairs, shuffling them around. And it's just like, you have to eat, drink, and breathe this stuff if you want to be ready by week one. That goes for all the rookies.
I like how proactive he is.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that, again, the way that he comes across, and maybe he's got a ton more to learn when it comes to the terminology side of things, but it sure seems as if there's something that Malachi is going to struggle with, it's going to be adapting to the speed. Maybe not necessarily the study that's required to know where you're supposed to be, spacing, chemistry with Kyle. Like, hopefully that's the type of thing that he can you kind of hold his hat on to start, and then the rest. And Kyle, what a crutch to have in your first season, and you're going to be thrust into, starting position alongside an all-pro. What an amazing crutch to have. Trenton had that opportunity with Roquan last year and blew it. You hope that he's going to be able to win that back. They'll be in a great position if so, because they won't have to rely on a rookie in Teddy Buchanan, who we have high hopes for. But Malachi's impressive. Pads have yet to come on yet. I feel like we need to reiterate that for them.
We're looking forward to, yes. Yeah. I mean, there's so many expectations on him, right? Like, they need the secondary to be better than last year, at least the first half. And our Darius Washington was a big part of that, and he's not going to be around. Maybe he will by the end if he can rehab that Achilles. And so it's a lot of pressure, but I mean, when you just listen to the whole podcast, you're like, geez, he just has his head on his shoulders because he's already been through so much adversity. He talked at length about his cousin dying and like the craziness of Femi Ayambadejo in the live chat saying Malachi, a future NFL GM. You can totally see that.
Look at him looking clean in his profile photo. Look at all shaven. He's looking clean right there.
Yeah, Femi.
How long ago was that is the question. I'm curious.
I don't even feel like he's aged, though. It looks like when he's talking to us here in the vault.
He has not, but he looks young in that one right there.
Yeah. But anyway, he was talking about how his cousin passed, and apparently, like, the night it happened, Malachi was asking his dad if he could spend the night over there, and his dad was like, no. And Malachi couldn't understand why. And like, he was upset. And then then the next day, it had kind of happened. He was like, oh, that was probably, I don't know, like my dad made the right call or whatever. Something could have happened to me and whatnot. So there's that. But anyway, because of that early adversity, he just has his head on right. And he's just saying all the right things. He's doing all the right things. So if there's anybody that can handle the pressure, it would be him. And then this last clip I'm going to play, Bobby. Ryan Mink is giving him a hard time. He kept talking. You know how everybody says Malachi just checks all the boxes? Well, Ryan's like, but there's 2 that are unchecked. And Malachi tried to defend himself a little bit on this. Here we go.
I think that I knew it because you check so many boxes. You check practically every box there is, except for 2. Okay, so well, number one, you don't really like picking crabs. I found that out a few weeks ago.
Okay, so it's not even the fact that like I don't like picking crabs. I just feel like I'm very like, I'm not lazy, but like when I don't need to be active, I'm not active.
Okay, you're chilling, right? Like you're on your downtime. You don't want to be putting that much effort into crabs.
Yeah, it's just like I feel like you put a lot of effort and you don't get a lot of food out of it. It's like like if somebody were like to like do all the work and then lay the crab on the table,
I like the crab cake. It's already picked for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I just don't like the work. It's just too much for me.
All right. And number 2, you're a Troy Palmer.
I just have to say I agree. That's a lot of work for a little bit of meat. Are we crazy here? It's a lot of work.
I feel crazy because I didn't listen to any of that because right on cue, breaking news. Ian Rappaport of NFL Network noting, as we suggested at the top of this show, or at the top of this segment, I should say, the Ravens are indeed expected to sign pass rusher Mike Green to his 4-year contract today. Another second rounder that gets done. And Mike, as we know, Sarah, was the 59th overall pick. So sorry for not listening to your clip. My eyes veered over here thanks to my peripheral vision. I saw something that said breaking. And now the player that probably is garnering the most excitement in terms of his potential, maybe not right away, maybe in a rotation, looks to be going pen to paper today at one winning drive.
Boom. Boom. Just as we... Isn't it awesome when news lines up perfectly with our show? This is literally the segment in which we started off, as you said, talking about, hey, it looks like it could be any day. Well, how about any second? Any second, your second round pick, 59th overall, probably the second best pass rusher in the draft, is now locked in. Zero drama. We don't have any information. You keep snubbing my clips, Bobby, and see if I want to see how much he got guaranteed. Did he also get 88%?
Yep.
Or is he around that? So we shall see.
More to
Here
come.
we go.
More
Here
to
we
come.
go.
And just in case you didn't get the correlation from earlier on, maybe a hat tip to the representation of Alfred Collins in San Francisco. He was the 43rd overall selection. He reached agreement last night on a 4-year, $10.3 million deal. It includes over $9 million guaranteed. Yes, it did trigger at least one second-round signing in Mike Green, or it will. He hasn't yet, according to Ian's tweet, gone pen to paper, but it sure looks like that's going to happen today. And 88%, as you mentioned, for Alfred Collins, a huge jump over last year's number 43 overall pick. So, as you mentioned, not bad timing here inside the vault. Mike Green ain't going anywhere. Now, why don't you finish up talking about Malachi Starks before I so rudely interrupted you?
You didn't even really interrupt. You're like, I asked you a question. You're like, I really didn't listen to any of that. And I'm like, oh, okay.
And now you know why.
Basically, Ryan was giving him a hard time for not liking to pick crabs. But I was saying I agree with him. I like crab, but it takes so much time. It's not worth the effort.
It's a lot, and typically you're not getting all that fill from it.
Yes.
And look, I'm far from a crab expert. You guys know I'm not a Marylander at heart. I've only literally picked crabs. Maybe you can probably count on one hand. I've enjoyed it. Nick's Fish House earlier this summer was a lot of fun with a couple of my friends, but I didn't feel like full walking out of Nick's. I had to get we went to went to the bar after. I had to get like bar food afterwards. That said, a Maryland staple, and I will never poo-poo a Maryland staple.
Good for you. Now, here's one other thing that Ryan gave him a hard time about. I hope this picks up where it left off. Let me see.
Guy. I mean, that's the only other part. You know, as a devoted Ed guy growing up who had.
Oh, basically he's saying that he liked Troy Polamalu. That was like his inspiration. And so they're like, you can't pick Troy anymore. Like he's got to be done.
Had many debates. Ed, Troy. Just saying.
Okay, let me put this out there. I think Ed is the best safety to ever play the game. I don't disagree with that at all.
Yes.
I think I grew up watching Troy.
Yeah.
Like when I went in the living room, like for some reason they were always on the TV. Like it's just like the only game that like my parents or whatever everybody was watching.
Yeah.
And I think like the way that I watched him like move around and like,
I mean, Troy was awesome.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to take it. Troy was awesome.
And I think that's what it was. But I think like I will stand on the table like it is the best safety to ever play the game of football.
There we go.
Without a doubt.
Totally redeemed yourself.
Without a doubt.
All right, so he's an Ed guy now. All is right in Baltimore now. All is right in the world. He's left Troy behind. He's picking up Ed as the best safety of all time, and he is.
There you have it.
Yes. All right.
All right. That was how about the timing on all that? Let's get to some quick hits. Let's get to some super chats. Let's get out of here. You and I have a 2:00 meeting from one rookie to another. Third rounder and a tackle out of LSU, Emory Jones, is going to start camp, to no surprise, on the non-football injury list as he rehabs from shoulder surgery. That's according to a personnel notice that Jeff tracked down. We know that John Harbaugh said last month he would not be ready, or I think he kind of left it up in the air.
He didn't give an exact time, but he was like sometime in training camp. So we kind of knew that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I interpreted it as if it was sort of a coin flip, but whatever. As Jeff notes, the bigger question is whether he's going to be ready for the start of the season. And that's obviously given that, Joseph Noteboom right now is the front runner for, swing tackle duties. Maybe Emory can compete at some point should he get back to full health. I'll let you take this one. Another, on paper, nice move for the Commanders, even though this is at this point a guy that's on the back half of his back nine from his career, but he's a future Hall of Famer and obviously a former Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah, so Von Miller is moving on from the Bills. We knew he was a free agent. He's been sitting out there waiting to join a team, and he's just enjoying life because he's basically just going to all these different teams that are playoff and Super Bowl contenders. He did that with the Bills, and Washington is now, with Jaden Daniels, a legit contender in the NFC. And so that's who he's signing with. He's signing with the Washington Commanders. He's already won Super Bowls with the Broncos and Rams. Got stuffed by the Chiefs once again in the AFC. So he's going to try get another one, another ring with the Commanders.
I know
Hope
somebody.
Hope he doesn't get one because that's happening in Baltimore.
What a Beltway DMV bash it would be if the Ravens and Commanders met up in the Super Bowl. Wow.
Could you imagine?
That would be insane. We were super chatted about this, or somebody commented on this within the last couple of days or so. It was Chris Russo's. Yeah, it was definitely a super chat. Chris Russo's, aka Mad Dog's, top 10 quarterbacks currently in the NFL. This is on a first take segment. And look who cracks his top 5, Sarah. Somebody that no doubt is an all-time great in Matthew Stafford. But you got him ahead of Lamar, and you got him in your top 5. For the audio-only audience, Chris Russo's top 10 is Mahomes, Allen, Burrow, Stafford, Lamar at 5, Jalen Hurts at 6, Jaden Daniels 7, Jared Goff, CJ Stroud, and Justin Herbert round out his top 10. You tracked this one down and threw it in the quick hits.
Yeah, we briefly mentioned it, but it's real. I had to see the screenshot. It's definitely real. Mad Dog is a big goofball. That's all I have to say.
And it's not even to poo-poo Matthew Stafford. That's a Super Bowl champion, a gunslinger, an awesome dude.
You have to have
Now
Lamar in
we'll
the top 3, if not top 2.
We-
He's number 2 in my book, but you're ridiculous. You don't have him in top 3.
Ad nauseum. We've talked about it ad nauseum. What you got here? 50-day countdown out?
50 days. Actually, yesterday was 50 days. Now it's 49. But yeah, just a 50-day countdown to the first game of the season. And it will be the Ravens' 30th season. So, it's in the air. It's in the air. Mike Green is signed. Got the roster. 30th season. Get Kyle Hamilton in that 96 room. We need a successful season. Where's PHP? Where's PHP with this hashtag?
Lots to celebrate. Ben Cleveland legal update for you. Remember, he pleaded not guilty to suspicion of DUI charges following his offseason arrest in Georgia. That's been continued. The trial for that has been continued to November 13th. And Ben could very well be facing potential discipline from the league. So he's a player that's expected to make the 53-man roster because of his versatility. Definitely a surprise that he was back, that he is back. We knew this since March. It was a surprise to both of us. He is back for at least the next season, but will he be back and available week 1? That remains to be seen. So time will tell. And speaking of legal news.
And by the way, I think that plays into the competition at left guard. You know what I mean? Voorhees is already the favorite. He won it last year. But if you could potentially have a suspension looming, then you're going to want to give it to Voorhees, right? You're going to want to give him the edge, knowing that you might not be able to play for a couple games.
Now it's almost as if there isn't a competition. Should he be facing something?
Suspended. Yeah.
Rashee Rice has been sentenced to 5 years probation, 30 days of jail time that can be served during those 5 years, stemming for his role, as Schefter notes here, in last year's multi-car crash, high speeds on a Dallas freeway. It was the 2024 offseason. And Schefter wrote that now that the judge has ruled, the NFL can now expedite its disciplinary process, and he's likely to receive a multi-game suspension as a result. So a speedy target for Mahomes, a guy that at Andy Reid's disposal is very frightening, could be down for a portion of this upcoming season, Sarah, as he was last year.
We'll wait and see. Don't have much reaction because I'm just so focused on, what is it, the week 4 the Ravens play him?
Somewhere in the opening part, yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, because could he miss that game?
Sure. Chiefs are outside week 4. It's week 5.
Oh,
you were spot on. Week 4.
It is week 4. So I mean, if it's a 4-game suspension, he'll miss it. I can't imagine it would be more than that. Usually when it's more than that, it's the more serious type stuff, like what Tucker's been doing, or domestic violence, or not that this isn't serious. I want to be clear about that. Obviously it's serious, but my guess would be around 4, but what do I know?
Yeah, you're right. They're all serious.
Yeah.
This one, I guess, was, you could say it's just a mistake. It's unintentional. I mean, he could have created serious harm. He put people in serious harm.
Yeah.
But he didn't intentionally it was a choice that he made, right? But he didn't intentionally put folks in harm. I don't know. It feels even weird saying that, because it was a decision that he made to get behind the wheel and go at reckless speed. So it's really hard to say that. I mean, there's no perfect way to say it. It was a choice. You're right.
So
You're right.
Anyway, it bears watching. See if he'll be around in week 4 against the Ravens.
Yeah. Sad news here for Philadelphia. Brian Brahman. Is it Brahman? Probably. Brian Brahman has passed away after battling a rare aggressive form of cancer, just 38 years old. He's a former Texans and Eagles linebacker, a Super Bowl champ with Philly. Way too young at 38. So I saw that hit the timeline, wanted to honor him.
Man.
And that is our final quick hit of the afternoon. Let's get caught up on super chats before we bounce. Ivory Smith II, Sarah, for you.
He says, from a few shows back, Sarah, you do resemble Sandra Bullock. Hashtag go Voltrons go. Hashtag.
What's your issue with the phrase, huh?
You've ruined it for me. I can't explain why.
You're the opposite of Rex Ryan. He's got a toe fetish, and you despise toes. I'm convinced. Hashtag 10 toes down.
I just got a nice pedicure the other day.
Say it with me, chat. Hashtag 10 toes down, mofos. Let's go.
And then in parentheses, he says, Sarah, yes, you have revealed kryptonite. LOL. Okay, so to the Sandra Bullock comment. I don't quite see it, but it's hard to see it in yourself. But I will say this, when people do say Sandra Bullock, it's the Michael Orr. Why am I forgetting the name of the movie? Blindside movie. They'll say Sandra Bullock in Blindside. It's probably because she has blonde hair in that one.
Well, I got to tell you, I think it's the ultimate compliment, first and foremost.
Well, she is beautiful.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm like, well,
it's
can you find her in the Blind Side? Because that's what people say it more is.
Sure. Which just so happens.
Like, what is it? Is it the nose? See, there's the Blind Side. Like, what is it? Is it like she has brown eyes, have blue eyes?
I don't know what it is.
Much
is it
better jawline than I do. Mine's like smaller.
Is it the frame, the height, the fit, the shape? I don't
know, but I do get it a lot.
You guys are both. I don't necessarily see it in your eyes.
Yeah, it's not in my eyes.
You don't have a dimple.
No dimple in my chin.
I don't know. Face shape, Ashley says. I guess I could see that. I mean, now you guys have similar hair color. You didn't when I first Googled it, which helps.
Right.
You're both tall women. Isn't she tall?
You're tall. Let me look up. But I don't think that's why people would be saying it. It's not like you can tell how tall they are on the screen. Sandra Bullock.
Nightmare Kilo says it's the personality as well. Okay.
She's only 5'7", which is tall. It's tall for, I guess, a woman.
Sure.
You know what my favorite movie of her, though? Miss Congeniality.
Okay. Just saw that reference in the chat.
I identify with her character in there because she's such a tomboy and like is not graceful at all. I don't feel like I'm very graceful. So, doesn't take herself too seriously. See, Ashley loves that movie. Thank you, Ashley.
You're graceful when you partner next to me in high fitness.
I just feel like, I just don't. Like I said, a lot of people see it. I just don't.
Ooh, hand on the hip. Look out. Sassy Sarah coming through.
Do you think it's maybe more the cheeks and nose? Maybe it's just the midsection.
Yes, I think to King Blaze's point, it's a compliment for sure. No doubt. Meanwhile, I'm over here at 20 years old getting on the Loyola Doppelgangers account with 60-plus-year-old Mel Gibson, which I happen to think he's a good-looking dude. But when I was 20 and he was 60...
That's why I didn't see Mel Gibson, because he has, 60-year-old wrinkles in his forehead. It's like very normal, but you don't.
It just kind of hurt, I was like, I don't know. What are you guys trying to tell me here? Help me out here. Were you out the day that I pulled up the Loyola Doppelgangers Instagram?
No, you brought it up. You
Okay.
brought it up. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Thanks, Ivory. Ravens and O's. Super chat. Appreciate you listening from Louisville every day.
Nice.
Grew up in Baltimore, but Louisville is home now. Love Lamar. That's cool. So you grew up in Baltimore and you just happened to be there, maybe work purposes, family purposes. Then Lamar ends up going, lighting the world on fire. Love Lamar even before he was a Raven. Love the show. Go Lamar. Go Ravens. Hashtag 20-0. Piggybacking on PHP, who he refers to, or they refer to, as great yesterday. We concur. Ivory Smith II checking back in, Sarah.
He says, a Georgia Bulldog fan, love Roquan and Starks. I could see that.
Totally see that.
Yeah.
Mark Clayton, remember he dropped a 50 burger on us yesterday.
Yes, he did, Mark.
Comes
Thank
back
you so
through
much.
for good measure, decides to become a channel member. So thanks, Mark. Appreciate you, man. God King Japhira, Sarah, super chat.
Just saying, don't sleep on Shedeur. He's a beast.
Definitely gathered that by your earlier super chat. Eric Hill is a channel member and a super chat's attached. He says, happy birthday to everyone who has one this month, and excuse my sentence structure mistakes. I'm multitasking, loading vehicles on my truck. It's all good. We appreciate you for being here and doing a little bit of both today.
Yeah.
Samuel McDougal.
He said, Mad Dog needs to be somewhere with Emmanuel Acho, hashtag bums. I'm not calling for anybody's jobs, but the take is goofy.
Dream says Mad Dog is a hater. He brought up playoffs to defend his argument. Stafford beat Burrow in the Super Bowl, and Burrow missed the playoffs the last two. He's a hater. Queon, standing up. Park Heights Prophet, back again. This is number 2, as if the first wasn't enough, because he wants to celebrate the breaking news from a few minutes ago.
He says, I hear my name. Hashtag 20-0 is coming. Mike Green is signed. All is right with the world. It's time for a cigar and a 20-year-old scotch. This is the year. Hashtag 20-0.
So you'll do that one. Of course you will. Appreciate you, PHP.
Yeah, ruin it for me.
Go check it out yesterday. Our segment, we probably went 20 minutes or so. It was great to get to know PHP on a personal level, and we appreciate his time. A lot of fun, a lot of entertainment in there, and hopefully we'll do it again down the line. Patrons, shout them out. Lisa and Lisa, meaning Lisa Schaffner. Schaffner, I think, over Schaffner. Yeah, Schaffner and Lisa Mason. You guys have been with us from the jump. We appreciate you both so much for being part of our Vault Patreon community. Go check out thevaultpod.com and check out your DM, your direct message, if you haven't already done so, because you have direct access on our soft launch. So thanks to both Lisas, and thanks to everybody who's become patrons in the last several days. We've been on fire. There's been a lot of folks that have been joining that community. I do have one more thing for you, Sarah, quickly, because this was absurd from last night. And I'm going to show you with a video I'm going to pull up here in just a second, but I'll ask you this question before I set it up. Are you a fan/listener of the band Coldplay?
Yes.
Okay. Did you see what happened at a Coldplay concert recently?
No.
You're about to, in this video tweeted out that's gone stupid viral over the last 24 hours or so. Watch this.
Yeah. Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy. I'm not quite sure.
There, I'm going to run that back from the top just in case you missed it.
Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy. I'm not quite sure.
Why?
Yeah, we'll run that back once more and mute it. So, audio-only audience, the Coldplay concert here this week shows two folks that are wrapped essentially around each other. There's a man in the back, and he's got his arms nice and snug around a woman. They're watching the concert, and all of a sudden, the camera, the Jumbotron, pans to them, and partner, they see themselves up on screen and immediately exit stage left. The guy goes literally underneath the table, out of the camera zone. The woman can't believe what just happened. The chick that they're with is stunned. Look at her face when this happens. She can't believe it. Look at her on the far left there. I mean, she's either embarrassed or just stunned that it's happening. And guess what? The internet has interneted. It's an astronomer CEO or astronomer. I don't know what the company is. I haven't looked into it that closely, but it's a CEO and an employee, meaning they're coworkers, and it sure looks like, based on how they react, that there's a little foul play going on here. Oh, boy.
I mean, why else would you, once you get a camera on you, like if it were me and my husband, right? And the Coldplay puts us up there totally, completely in love, you celebrate that, right? Oh, and the thing is though, is like once he ducks and she turns her head, it like only makes it worse.
Yeah.
Because maybe it wouldn't have gone as viral. I don't know.
Yeah. Exactly. It's gone stupid viral to the point where social media accounts have been found.
Oh,
LinkedIn accounts have been found. The comment sections are a bloodbath. The CEO's wife, I saw her Facebook was flooded with comments, most of which were positive for her. But how can it's anything but positive with her waking up today? Because I believe this went viral last night. And here is some more details. I guess the HR chief is the woman. So you have the CEO of Astronomer, and you've got his HR chief doing this at a concert. So that's probably going to go south quickly for these two, I would think. So yeah, that's my one more thing for you. Why is infidelity a thing? Man, goodness.
That stinks.
Yeah.
That stinks for everybody involved. Are we doing one more things? Is that what we're doing? Was that a one more thing?
That was my random one more thing for you.
Okay. All right. Well, my one more thing, we talked about briefly. I was so tired yesterday, I couldn't even think. But as I mentioned earlier, I threw a big luau at my house 2 nights ago. And the reason why we did it is we kind of had an aloha theme because 2 of my very good friends, I cannot believe this is happening at the same time. This was so random. 2 of my very good friends who I work out with all the time, see them multiple times per week. Our kids are friends. They're both leaving me. They're both moving. One to Arizona, one to South Carolina. Like it's bad enough that you lose one and now I'm losing both. But we had about 50 people there. Why isn't this showing? There it goes. In my backyard.
What a crew.
Some people had already left at that point, but we wanted to bring the whole families because all of our kids, you know, were friends and whatnot. So so anyway, it was a blast. It was a total blast. Had pliables and like snow cones and all that kind of stuff. And then these are, I just want to give a shout out to both of them. I think you guys have seen both in pictures when you came here for High Fitness. See, this will come up. So there they are.
Yep.
You know them both. You met them both. Natalie on the right, Maddie on the left. And this is what I've learned about myself with people that that I click with. And I think you're the same way. I'm a big work hard and play hard kind of person. Like just like you, like we will just grind, but I always like to have something to look forward to. And what's nice, you know how you have like those personality charts, like the color one, there's so many different types of personality ones, but the color one is like the most basic where like red, you're motivated by, I don't know what it is, power or work or whatever. You're assertive and whatever. And then blue is like you're loyal. White is peaceful. And then yellow is fun. Because I work so hard, I love my friends to be yellow. They're both as yellow as can be. Okay. Like, I have a lot of yellow to me, but I probably lean first with red. And I just love that like either one of them will always make time to have fun. You guys want to go to the lake? You guys want to go boating? You guys want to go play pickleball with me? We want to go boat, like anything, they will always be there. So now I'm just in shambles over here. Maddie on the left is leaving tomorrow morning. Natalie, I still have 3 more weeks left. And I'm just in shambles. I have to find there's lots of cool people around here, but I need 2 more yellows in my life. I'm looking for 2 more yellows in my life so that we can have fun. But 2 really good friends right there. Had a lot of fun at that luau.
Yeah, these are 2 great ladies. I haven't spent obviously more than a day with either one of them, but knowing so much about each of them, particularly Natalie and your close friendship and the High Fitness community that you guys have all built and cultivated together. I know it'll be, a loss, but as we kind of joked on the phone, is not a loss. It's
right.
something that you'll have to get past, and you will. And she's They're both freaking awesome. You guys are going to see each other at family vacations, I'm sure, multiple times a year.
For sure.
And I wish them both the best because they welcomed me in with open arms to during the Vault Summit and our high fitness experience. And I know that you will. I feel like replenishing is what you need to do with some of you in search of your yellows, and I know you will. So
Yep, absolutely.
stuff.
They're all telling me not to cry. Believe me, there's no more tears left. When they first broke the news, we all lost it over the weekend. But now, listen, I'm not one to keep my head down low. You know that. Neither are you. And we'll figure it all out. I just got to find new workout partners.
Yeah, you've had a lot going on this week. So the fact that you're able to continue the show and parenting and everything else in between, including fitness, is one of the many reasons why I admire you. So let's get a couple super chats that have come in here, and then we'll jump. We're getting a little tight here. God King writes, Bobby, it's Jafira. And I'm saying this multiple times because he keeps hitting us with super chats, and I don't want to botch it the next time. Jafira, not Jafira. So Jafira. Okay. Thanks, God King. Another one too. Smitty says Mike Green signed. Who's Smitty? I don't know who Smitty is, but yeah, it looks like it's imminent. Looks like it's imminent.
Yeah.
Which is great news. So thank you all for an awesome Thursday. Tomorrow, we'll have another featured guest. Not that PHP wasn't enough this week, but Warren Sharp, NFL analyst, is joining us to promote his new book, and I'm sure talk a whole lot more about Lamar Jackson, Sarah, much more than he already has on social media. So we look forward to having Warren join us tomorrow at 12:30 Eastern. And until then, we appreciate you very much. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already done so, hit that notification bell. What's good, Smitty?
He's saying, I'm Smitty.
What's up? What's good, Smitty? You an insider, bro?
Yeah.
You got going on there, huh? What's that cap say? That's that fresh cap you're wearing in your profile photo. Hybrid says I'm oblivious. Well, yeah. Hey,
but you're obviously thinking of like a reporter like Ian Rappaport or Adam Schefter, one of those guys.
Hybrid says I'm oblivious. God King says, hey, Smitty says that Mike Green signed. Hey, Smitty, pull out your credentials. All right. Why is that supposed to register with me? It's not who is Smitty because he's a nobody. It's, am I missing somebody like a Jordan Schultz or an Adam Schefter or an Ian Rappaport? Or an Albert Breer? Am I missing that Smitty is now an insider and a Top Gun guy in the NFL news cycle? All right. Yeah. All right, Smitty.
Hey, James is here being like, who's Smitty? Well, who the heck is Bobby? Here's what's funny, Bobby, is like, just so you feel better. I was getting trolled earlier. I just chose not to respect it. But there was like 1,000 live chats that were like, ooh, your phrase that they kept putting on there. And they want me to have a t-shirt that says your hashtag and I have to wear it. Not happening. I've been booed today. Okay. I didn't get any tomatoes though. So
I think it's a bunch of baloney. I have to do predictions. I have to do certain segments, so on and so forth, year after year, month after month. And then you come across a phrase that I guess I overuse, and it's it's untouchable. Untouchable. I'm calling your bluff on that one, partner. I'm not done with you on that one. Hybrid Theory 5 says, no yo chat. XOXO. XO. Kisses and hugs back to you, Hybrid Theory. And if I were with you right now, I'd land a big one on your cheek.
Smitty's like, I write for the chat and the chat writes for me.
Tisha says you're glowing today.
Oh, thank you, Tisha.
Okay.
It's the pink shirt.
Full night's sleep will
the
do
pink
it to
shirt
you.
and the pink lip gloss. Let's finish out with some glowing lip gloss here.
Time to jump for Glowing Sarah. I'm Bobby Trosted signing off from this Thursday episode. We'll be back with you on Friday. Like the video on your way out. Subscribe, hit that notification bell, and be on the lookout for our 4 o'clock drop. It's 4 p.m. Eastern where our condensed video drops. And go check us out in audio-only form if you haven't already done so. If you're a member on the Discord community, channel member here on YouTube or on Patreon, go to thevaultpod.com. and find the password that's been sent to you in a variety of different places so that you can have access to our soft launch. We'll catch up with you on Friday. If not before, be ready for Warren Sharp. Maybe we'll get time for some super chats as well if you haven't already done so, and we will try and get as many of those involved for that interview. So catch up with you Friday. Thanks, Voltrons, and as always, thanks for spending some time with us here inside the Vault.